who decided to kind of try to get together and identify the things that
kind of the current state of affairs and potentially what we can do.
Okay. Yeah, this one I'm definitely gonna be here.
Yeah, so. And those are the something themselves, like
Or can I say them? They say that they're the cops, right?
No, okay, so
for me, I think they are like Mr. Lee just said. The other country like Indonesia, the donation, although they are poor, like they donation a lot. In China today, there are many young students. They are fighting to the Maoists. They are fighting to the China. In China, there are a lot of people to be a Maoist, and there are a lot of people care about the genocide happening in Gaza. Like I said, I don't want to comrade. The comrade told me it's not the answer Palestinian war. It's the answer to the genocide in the Gaza. And a lot of people, like maybe the million, the young people in China here think with that too. They are anti the genocide in the Gaza, but China, in China, they like a way to connect with the Gaza. They are like a way to talk with the communists, to talk with the comrades around the world. They think they are alone. They think they have no way to help Gaza, but there's no. Although I'm a student, I have nothing to do actually. Like I'm lack of money. I don't have much money, and my translation, my English is pretty poor, and I. It's everybody spirit. I remember last time we interviewed about people who just ran away from the Gaza.
That's like or midnight. That's on the east side that we were.
yes.
And then afterwards, we want to kind of have a short discussion on religion and where that fits into our movements as well. Really quick before we get in, I just from a personal standpoint, I was born in Long Beach. I grew up in Orange County, and I was raised. Oh yeah, sorry. I was raised in Saddleback Church. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with Saddleback Church, but
developed out of the AIDS crisis when black ministers and Latino ministers and Latina ministers were thrown out of their churches because of their advocacy of LGBTQ people and folks with AIDS. So I wouldn't exist if those people hadn't taken that on. Specifically my bishop, Bishop Yvette Flunder, she sent greetings, revolutionary greetings, and she's the one who got me into this. She said, I'm going to ordain you. I didn't ask to be ordained, but when a black lesbian bishop tells you you're going to be ordained, your ass is going to be ordained, right? and by the grace of God, I am ordained. And my other job, as I've explained to some folks, is actually I'm a medical anthropologist. I'm an anthropologist and social scientist by training, way before I was ordained minister. And I teach at the University of Southern California's Keck School of Medicine, which is literally, the Greek is right praise, right? And orthopraxis, P-R-A-X-I-S, which is right doing.
Beloved companions who move beside us, come into this space, mindful that together we are building a future for other generations. Come into this space and let us worship.
And the will be a symbol. That's right. So I'm struck by the conception of divinity portrayed as a king with absolute power, and the hegemony between approaching a deity as a king and how to connect with that.
Right on point, the liberation theologians would totally agree with you, and they would frame it as the that's not a good way to talk to people. Okay, let's begin. We bless this space and each other with our intention for connection.
I get a lunch coat, so when we get, like, let's say, voted.
I've taught three things in my entire life: how to make coffee, jiu-jitsu, and children's gymnastics. That's what I just started. If you need one of those three things, I'm your guy.
It's been a hard year for all of us. Between the global pandemic and the rising civil unrest.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you so much, Slow Bloom. Up the IRA. That's what